Marty, so this might be the last question. I'm interested in understanding more about offering a membership model. Is there a way to do it or not? So Marty, you still here?
I am. Sorry, I'm trying to get my video to work. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Marty. Where are you calling from?
Spain.
Spain. Okay. Uh,
It's night.
yeah, okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, a membership model. Well, yeah, there's ways to do it. So is there a particular question or somewhere you feel stuck, or is it just you're just beginning to think about memberships?
I'm at the very beginning of my business and kind of putting in what it is that I will be offering and going through the levels from
Hmm.
offering something as like a starter kit or something free, and then next level workshops, and then I'm working on an ebook. Um, but then because it's a lot of information and educational, um, which I'm worried that is a one-time thing. I mean, I'll be doing more workshops and they might come back, but I felt like there's also a way I need to support the community. And so I've been hearing about these membership models, but I don't quite understand how they work and what's the best way to do that. Um, and so I guess it's a new idea for me because one-on-one coaching is always going to be available to do that if that person needs specific help, but I also see in the nature of the work that having a community is really important.
Yeah. What's the type of
Being
work you
specific.
do? What's the
Hello?
kind of work you do?
Oh, I'm sorry, did not hear that. So I am working to support women in the menopause transition, to help understand the science, so that they can better advocate for themselves in their health settings and to optimize their future health as well as their present health. And, we've lost many generations of conversations between women. And so there's a gaping need for those conversations and support within the female community around it.
Yeah.
But there's also this educational component, which is where my passion lies of translating the science into something digestible for the community of women that need to understand what's happening to their body, what is this transition, what is the science behind it, and what are the ways that they can support themselves. So the educational component is the part that I'm more comfortable with because that's my experience and background. Um, but as also a person in menopause, I understand that the lack of community that I didn't have when I was going through it. And I see that as I'm helping women today, but I
Yeah.
don't know how to create a membership model that makes sense. I don't want to just do it for the sake of doing it.
Why do you want to create a membership model? What is it about that draws you?
I'm trying to find a way to support women as a community. So what I find is that as women are going through treatment with the women I'm working with now, they'll contact me and be like, "Oh, what about this? And this is what's happening." And then I realize, well, oh, this other person's having the same thing going on. And so
Yeah.
maybe us connecting together would make sense. And so I think the membership model is the right way to do it, but I'm not sure.
What about doing it live and in person?
Why am I not?
Or yeah, what about that? Is that a possibility for you?
Yes and no. I'm straddling two cultures. In Spain, the culture is very reticent against addressing menopause or even speaking about menopause. It's very taboo. It's considered natural, and you've had children, so you should be grateful that you're going through this situation, and you can do it. So I am tackling that, but in a different way. So a lot of the community of which I'm working with is are foreigners that are living here. So those are the ones I'm doing in person.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to, obviously, my business will be online, helping those around the world. So,
Okay. Well, okay. So here's some thoughts.
mhm.
First of all, the if you're going to be online, the broader the geographic range, the narrower the niche has to be. And I think there's probably a lot of people doing the menopause thing online. So then there has to be an even probably there may need to be a further refinement of the niche even beyond that. Like what
My
kinds of women, etc.
so
Uh,
my niche is specifically is translating the science around menopause hormone therapy and that aspect of menopause, not what I mean, of course it's tied with lifestyle and so forth, but not being this, I'm going to share you how to be the most amazing person in all ways, but people who want to understand hormone therapy.
okay, so are you encouraging hormone therapy? Or are you discouraging it? Or are you just trying to help them understand it? What's the
Uh, I'm I'm encouraging it, but I also recognize that it's an individual health decision for everyone. So I feel that if women have the correct information about what is happening to their body and what will be a result of hormone deficiency for decades beyond, they have to make that decision themselves. But I think if they had the information, um, more women would actually be making themselves available to it.
yeah. So okay, then yeah, okay, that's a much clearer niche. It occurs to me certainly that you could be doing a similar thing as I was talking about earlier, is finding anyone who works around the menopause thing and just introduce yourself. Like those are all hubs for you. And just say, hey, if you ever have any clients or women who are struggling on this particular issue around the hormone stuff, just know that I'm a resource. I'd be happy to talk. You know, you come up with a signature workshop on that topic. Maybe they could host you, you talk to their people, but just that they know that you're there. Because even if they're really against it, you know, themselves, but they have a client who's going to be doing it, okay, well, at least go talk to her and get some of the science so you know you're doing it the right way and not being misguided by you know, you don't get some medical malpractice on this or whatever. So that's one thing. It could be, I mean, okay, there's reticence in Spain, but it might also be that there's a group of women who would be passionately supportive of this, and that may be enough. I mean, it may be one of these things where it's very polarizing. You get a lot of stink eye, but you might also get. I just find in these communities where there's a lot of popular opinion against something, like in the most conservative areas, you get the most radical hippie communities, and vice
Yeah,
versa.
I think they might be here. It's the other thing is the language difference.
Yeah.
I'm functionally bilingual. I'm not bilingual and comfortable enough in a
Okay.
way for all of the medical terms to be able to be as fluid as I can in English. So with my community around me, I'm able to speak with the women easily. But
Yeah.
as
So,
far as business goes, it's sort of like my next step.
yeah. So it could just be that it's the expats, English speakers in Spain, and you know who are interested in this. That could be where you focus. And then
Yeah.
yes, in terms of a membership can be a great model. It can work really well. The main thing I would be thinking about, one, just be clear, start with the lifestyle you want. Like, how do you want to engage with it? How often do you want to be involved? How much do you want to be online? I would just really think through the design. And if for anyone who's going to do membership, start simple and small. There's a gazillion things you can do in a membership, but start with like, okay, what's the most basic, simple model I can have? And then I can add on that. It's like the dating apps when they come out, they just do this one thing. And then 6 months down the road, oh, now we're starting to add in some new paid features. But like you can just start with a real simple, basic membership. And you could even let people know it's like, look, the price is probably going to go up in a while, but for now it's this, and then it may go up over time. We're just, you know, getting our feet wet on this stuff. And depending how big you're going to get it, you may also fairly quickly want to hire help, somebody who can just help with the administration. And there's so many, my God, there's so many of these apps out there. There's so many of these. Are you in my membership? I don't recognize you.
No.
Are you? No, okay, that's fine. Because it's just that there's a list in my membership of these, I call them, let's see, maybe, so I'm just doing a screen share. See if I'm not sure I'll be able to cut and paste this. Community platforms. is it? Course. There we go. So right, there's so many platforms. That's the other thing is if you're thinking about doing this, look around, see your options because there are a ton. Okay, I'm not going to be able to cut and paste because it's not links there, but you might want to take a screenshot of these are some of in terms of building a membership and online community.
Where did you find that? I mean, where did you have that information?
It's in my membership.
Oh, it's inside the membership.
Yeah, it's inside the membership, and it's all hyperlinked, so I can't put it in the chat, and the links won't carry. I don't think. I don't believe they do. Oh, maybe they do. They do. I can do it. Okay, so okay, so and the other thing is sometimes you want a membership, and sometimes you just want to create a course that exists for a while. It's like a 9-month course, and that's it. Okay, so there you go for online courses. This is not exhaustive, but these are ones I've come across.
Okay.
So I would make sure you copy those from the chat or get those before we end, because we're going to end right away. So cut and paste if you need them.
I will.
But
Thank you.
yeah, do some research on it because once you're in a platform, it's just so much work to get in, and then if you've got to transfer it all to another platform, that's an epic amount of work. And so do some.
And when you mean platform for the membership, would it be a same platform that you would use for workshops or webinars?
It could be. Yeah, it could be, but different platforms have different capacities.
Okay.
But yeah, it could just be a Facebook group. I mean, for real. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's the easy thing. It's a private Facebook group. People pay. That's what they get access to. Nothing wrong with that. And there may be some that have other functionalities like courses you can build in and away from the distractions of social media. That can work. I got to wrap it up here, everybody. Thank you so much for calling in. Sorry, I couldn't get to all the questions that were up there, but I'll be back in a month to do another one of these. So thank you so much. We'll see you down the road. Take care.